Erykah. Alright, what's good YouTube crew? It's Julia and I'm back with another video today. And in today's video we are going to be talking about why you should journal and why I love journaling. I kind of made this into like 4 different points. So the facts about journaling and that you shouldn't be afraid to start, the benefits you can get from journaling, how I journal, and how to journal. So like what you can do while you're journaling to make the experience easier for you. So let's hop right into it. Actually, first, I want to start by showing you guys my journals. So this is my OG journal, my very first journal. I opened that up kind of fast, but I started journaling March 3rd, 2018. And basically, I just wrote all my thoughts. I was emotional and I just wrote. So this is my current journal that I'm writing in now. I also got this from Walmart and it's pink, and I wrote in May 5th, 2019, and I said this is my first entry in my new journal. It's pretty bright and pink, just like me. And yeah, I really just write my daily thoughts down in this journal. I really like having this journal separate from my prayer journal because I think it kind of helps me keep track of my life mentally and spiritually. And yeah, I just really love this journal and it just makes me so excited to write. So what you're seeing here is my prayer journal. So it's blue, got it from Walmart. And as you open it up, you basically see a bunch of notes. I like to take a lot of notes when I'm watching sermons, and I also like to highlight my notes as well. You see Transformation Church on relationships before the person. And as you flip through, you'll just see different entries I have, my gratitude entry. You'll also see entries just where I just kind of talk to God and I just write about what I want God to listen to. Yeah, so that's pretty much my prayer journal. All right, so let's talk about the facts. I'm all over the place. You can tell that quarantine has really gotten me. So let's talk about the facts of journaling. So journaling has been shown by the NIH to significantly reduce anxiety. So there were 2 different groups in this study, and there was one group where they wrote about trauma, and I think the other group wrote about a control topic. And it was shown that the people that were more expressive in their writing were shown to have a significant reduce in anxiety. So just being more expressive and just kind of talking a lot, I guess, more true to your feelings in your journal was shown to reduce anxiety. So I thought that was really interesting. And there was also another point that I learned that basically journaling helps with your working memory. So journaling helps you remember things that have happened more currently, I guess, in your life. So I realized that when I journal, I actually remember a lot of the events that have happened recently, like more recently, maybe like a year or 2 ago. When I read them, I'm like, oh yeah, like I remember this. Journaling has been shown to significantly reduce anxiety and help your working memory, as said by the NIH, National Institute of Health. Number 2, we're gonna go into the benefits of journaling. Why journaling is so great, why I believe it's so great. So I have a couple points here, and my first point is that journaling helps with self-reflection. So self-reflection is something that's very important that we all should take part in, especially as we mature in age. And I feel that journaling helps a lot with that because you are able to really see like, okay, where am I going in life, or where do I want to be in life? Where am I at now? Who do I want to become? So I think journaling helps a lot with self-reflection. I think that's very important because you're pouring out your thoughts on paper. And so you're able to actually visually see them and you're able to release them. It's a way of release. And that can really, once you see it, you're like, okay, this is where I'm at right now in life. This is who I was and this is who I want to be. So that's why I really love journaling, because it helps a lot with self-reflection. Again, number 2, like I said, it helps with the working memory. So it really helps with your working memory. It really helps with being able to remember and recall events, which I think is always great, especially if you're trying to analyze how you've grown and how you've changed over time. And again, like I'm like saying the same things. I'm like jumbling everything into one point, but my number 3 was that it helps you look on who you are, who you want to become, and where you are now. And honestly, I'll insert something. So when I was re-looking at my journal from a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, I saw that I was writing about, I think, a guy I liked at the time, and I just saw like the way I wrote about him versus how I talk about men now. It's just so interesting because you see the growth. And actually, my professor said something great about journaling. She said that when you journal, you grow, but when you read back your entries, you see the change, you see the evolution, but you're still you. And I think that's so cool because you see like what makes you you, but then you see how you've evolved, how you've changed, how you've grown. And I just think that's amazing, and everybody should have that experience. My last point is that I feel like it makes you a better writer. I don't know exactly what it is about journaling that makes you a better writer, but to me, I just feel like journaling has made me a better writer. It's made me a more coherent writer. It's made me more, like when I have to explain my side on a point, like if I'm doing an argumentative essay or if I'm doing a persuasive essay, I feel like my voice is lifting through the paper. Like the tone is very strong. Like my tone and my voice, my active voice is very strong. And so I feel like with journaling, you're constantly writing in active voice. So I just realized that I don't really know what active versus passive voice truly means, and I kind of was using it in the wrong context, so let's just ignore that, you know what I'm saying? Just for reference, active voice is kind of where it sounds less awkward and you're more precise, and passive voice is where you're kind of more clunky. And if anything, I feel like when you're writing in your journal, you're going to write more clunky, you're not going to write like more exact, so sorry about that. You're constantly writing in, actually, I think it's passive voice. I don't know English, but anyway, it helps with your voice. It helps with you being able to explain yourself through paper. I don't know. I have to look it up. I might insert a clip that inserts like why journaling helps you become a better writer, because for me, it helps me, so I'm reading on WordPress, and it actually says that it helps you develop better writing habits, helps you find your voice, so I was right about that. It clears your mind, so basically it removes clutter from your mind, so I guess you write faster. I mean, some of these don't really make sense. It brings you closer to perfect, so the more hours you spend journaling, the better you are. So I was right. Hey, I was right. My last point is how to journal. Pretty much, I have a few. One of the things I do is I figure out the time of day I like to journal. So probably the best time for me to journal, I feel, is at the end of the day. Because when I journal towards the end of the day, I'm able to unwind, I'm able to kind of kick back, I'm able to just really just think about everything that's going on throughout the day, and I can really kind of just write it out and just get it out. So it really helps when you write, for me, towards the end of the day, because it's kind of relaxing to me. It's a release. So I love that. I've also written in the morning too, but the night is really just my thing. So you can write at any time of the day. You can write at the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, the end of the day, whenever you have time. It's whenever you feel like doing it. Don't feel like you have to write at a specific time every single day, because we have lives and that's not really realistic. My second point is to listen to calming music. So my favorite playlist on YouTube to listen to when I'm journaling is Fear Dog. And I don't know what it is, but Fear Dog's channel has the greatest chill hop, chill, calm music ever. And I listen to his music even in the car. Like, I love Fear Dog. Like, I love his music. So I think it's great when you're journaling, because when you play music, I think it just puts you in a calm mood. It's like, it kind of lets your body know, like, okay, I'm unwinding, I'm relaxing, I'm doing something relaxing, not something stressful. And when I put on that music, it just puts up that ambiance for me. So that's why I love to put on calm music. I think that's very helpful. You don't have to do that. My third point is to decide the length. So Basically, what I mean by deciding the length is decide the length that you want to make your entries. So for me, I love to write my entries really long. I like my entries to be long. I like them to really be thorough, because when my entries are long and thorough, I feel like when I go back and I reread them, I can really see like, okay, what was I going through at that time? I like to put myself in my shoes from before, and that might sound cruel depending on what the topic I wrote about for the day is, but I just like doing that. I just like being really thorough because it shows me how I've grown. But you don't have to be thorough. You can be as thorough or as you can be as thorough or as non-thorough as you want to be. There's no pressure. It's how much you want to write. You can write a page, you can write 3 pages, you can write a paragraph. It really doesn't matter the length, because it's your journal and you got to make it what you want it to be, not what society or what the websites or the blogs tell you it should be. My last point is to write when you feel like it. Don't feel like you have to write every day. When I first started journaling, and I've been journaling for 2 years and about 2 weeks, I remember for the first 3 to 4 months of journaling, I wrote every single day. And while it was great, there were days where I felt pressure to write, and you shouldn't feel pressure to write. You should write when you want to. You should write when it feels good. You should write when you really feel like it. And so you don't have to write every single day. For me, I write maybe every 2 to 3. Sometimes I go a week, sometimes I even go a month without writing, but now journaling has started to become a habit for me more. So writing, I'm getting more comfortable writing every day again. So it fluctuates throughout your life. It depends on where you are in life, how you're feeling, what's going on. I mean, journaling is something that I think kind of moves with you, and so it doesn't have to be every day. It can be when you really want it to be. You can get journals from anywhere: Amazon, Walmart, Target, any place that sells notebooks. They're bound to sell journals, and get one that's cute. Get one that makes you want to open it up. So thank you all for watching this video, and comment down below how you journal. Do you use different prompts? Do you just write all your thoughts out? Comment down below. I'd like to hear. So thank you all for watching this video, and peace.